What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 16th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will get first crack at it here. The Deep South's oldest rivalry will stir deep emotions. Just last year, Auburn gave the Dogs a big scare early in the third quarter, but man, did Georgia pour it on late.
Yeah, it was still 31-13, but there were some moments, there were some cracks, but Georgia took care of business. And I tell you what, Jesse, this is beginning to be a very one-sided rivalry. Auburn needs to show up. Like, Georgia's had back bragging rights year after year after year. Auburn's got to shut these guys up.
Yeah, Georgia's won 8 in a row now in this rivalry. You're right. I think the big key for Auburn, they've got to be able to get pressure on the quarterback. Could not do it consistently against Carson Beck. Big reason why Carson Beck did not turn it over in this game last season. That had been a problem for him early in the year. Auburn's defense has to play big today.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. They're working that left side. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. So the Auburn Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two. You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed. He's got game-breaking ability. Catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going to wide open spaces. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, the ground game. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quick completion on the out route. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Cobb. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Frazier. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Tigers are on the move. Wants to keep it in the air. Catch in the middle. It's Frazier.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges, and you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They're trying to eat up some clock here. Ninth play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. On a little time, lets it go. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Here's the handoff. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
No first down. That's fine. We got the completion. We had a successful play, and it sets up now a 4th down situation where, yes, I'm going for it.
Pressure coming. Makes the grab past the marker. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Alston. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to...
Next going for the goal line. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to barrel in.
As a former quarterback, guys, I love drag routes down close to the goal line. You're hoping you're going to get a mesh. You're going to get him freed up, and it's just a catch and walk in. But the defense makes the tackle. They're now setting up fourth down. Do you have the guts to go back to that same pass play here on offense?
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Guys, only Minnesota and Wisconsin have played more often than Auburn and Georgia. This rivalry is rich in tradition.
And you're right, Reese. This goes back to 1890.
Off to the races to the right. Turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Georgia. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Looking to throw on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Frazier. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The give to the lone running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Got his man quickly. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
Got it behind the line. It's McCray. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. And the Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the back. They'll run the option. Quick toss. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Auburn lines up quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right, and I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Stockton. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Takes the handoff. It's McCray. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. He has the 1st and still on his feet. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the 1st half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there and you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
They'll immediately call timeout.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
They'll try to get it through the air. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Dogs.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. 1st play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Singleton. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up. Looking downfield very late in the half. Grabbed in the middle. It's Simmons. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Simmons. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Wants to go up top on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
Throws toward the end zone. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, the Deep South shuts down when the Tigers and Dogs get together, and that's the case again here today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Auburn and Georgia plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They knock him down, but not before he picks up a first down for Auburn. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Shakes off the defender. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Unloads to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw at Stockton. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. On the run, it's Alston. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, running back gets the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this...
He's loose! Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Tigers in the hurry-up.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Nah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. On the run, it's McCray. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. The Dogs are starting to hunker down, and they are sinking their teeth into the Deep South's oldest rivalry.
And the red and black going crazy, the fans going nuts, and Georgia has dominated this rivalry of late. Auburn fans are sick and tired of the Dogs. Man, they got to do something about it.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Gets it to him on the screen.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Grab near the marker. It's Simmons. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Gonna look downfield again. Pulls it in. It's Frazier. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And they'll mess it around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock, give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Got it in the middle. It's Frazier. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Fields. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They're down to the 20. 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option. The give. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. He's looking to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Looking for the goal line. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice second down defense there that time. It looked like the defense was anticipating the drag route that time. You saw they were able to rally to the ball, get him down on the ground. It now sets up third down in the red zone. Let's see what they do here.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the point after is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Offense changing the play. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Georgia lining up to punt it away.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
And here comes the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Slings it downfield. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. It is Georgia taking home the W in the Deep South's oldest rivalry. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now that I think even more so, you're starting